Okay, so this is the Republic Frigate. This is brand new for 2011 as of August. It is 1,022 pieces and 120 US retail. And the reason I bought this set is it's pretty much a remake of one of my favorite sets of all time, the Republic Cruiser. So we'll be going over these sets today and kind of reviewing this set a little bit just so you have a refresher, and obviously covering this one. So, like I said, it's $120. I got it for Cyber Monday on Toys R Us, so it was $60 instead of $120, which is awesome. And I got it with another set that I'll review next week. But right away, I mean, you can see it's pretty close to the Cruiser. Obviously, in the basic design, it's very, very close. But there is kind of enough of a difference that you could say it's a different ship entirely. This is obviously much more of a diplomatic vessel, and this is much more of a wartime ship. And it's kind of cool that they did that. I like how this one is basically the repurposed military version of this ship. So, very, very cool. The design is really great. The original one had this kind of permanent handle that fits in with the design. Makes it pretty easy to pick up. This new one has a hideaway handle that fits right down there. And it allows you actually to grab it even better because you can put a finger through there. And it's very, very strong. So right there is really, really nice. So you can grab it and move it around. And it fits in the design perfectly, so it doesn't really intrude on the design. So starting from the front, though, you can see both of them have basically the same idea. You have the thin cockpit up front, a little dish. Obviously this one has the guns. These are flick fire missiles up here, as well as a sticker. And this one has the indent design on the front. This one has kind of an outboard design. Both of them have the raised cockpit lid. I will say I like this version's cockpit a lot better, just because it's got a stick seat in it versus a slide. You can see that the figure's feet actually stick into the front right there on that black brick, so it stays in there. And then he's got little controls, which is very nice. This one, the figure is actually floating on smooth brick. There's nothing for him to click into, and there's no controls. And if you don't do it right, if you have a clone in there, this helmet, the point of the helmet is too long, so it goes down, but if you push him back just a little bit, it won't close, which is kind of annoying. So, but it's not bad. I mean, it's just, I think this one's just slightly better. First minifigure here, we have a Wolfpack clone, which is from, it's one of the clone trooper squadrons from the TV series. You can see he's got special design helmet. Come on. There we go. And you can see he's got little wolf ears and a mouth right there on the helmet. And a really nice light blue design as well. Legs are slightly different, but pretty nice little figure here. Same clone head design on this one. And then over here, start here on the side, you have these really nice 360-degree rotational turrets on the top that do raise and lower as well. And this panel here is going to lift up. On the bottom here we have it stays in one spot, but it's another raising and lowering turret. And here we have our first Jedi. This is Qui-Gon Voss. He is also from the TV show. I don't believe he's in the movies. Not a bad looking figure, not really my favorite, but not really, doesn't really stand out, but he's not bad. Pretty nice detail. I will say this though, they definitely did change the lightsaber green tint. I'll show you that here once I get to the figures from the Republic Cruiser, but it's definitely a new color green. It's a lot less neon. So there's that guy. And then over here on the side spot you have a little storage bin that's removable. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt kind of my own video here, but when I originally shot that review, I was just about to say that the bomb mechanism right here doesn't work, because when you pull on this lever, it doesn't really drop the bombs out through that door. Now, when I originally posted that video, a lot of you guys instantly said, you know, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's not how it works. And I want to try to defend myself here. You guys were definitely right. The reason I thought that, though, if you go to the instruction pages, right towards the back, it shows, as you can see here, right there, it shows you pulling on that lever, and then it shows an arrow right next to that little door, and I took that as the bombs were supposed to come out of that little door right there when you pull on this lever. So I figured the only way to make that work is to put them in front of that little this little piece right here, so it would kind of pull them forward. I was definitely wrong there. You guys were right. So the way the bomb mechanism is supposed to work is you're going to take one of these little shells and close this up. Oh, something fell off there. You're going to close this up. You're going to open this little hatch here in the top, which I totally forgot was even there. And you're going to drop one of these bombs in there. Close that up. And then when you pull on this lever, the bomb is going to fall out the bottom. So I just wanted to post that here. My video, for some reason, was flagged as inappropriate. That's the reason it got taken down for a little while. So I thought, since it's already offline, I might as well take the opportunity and post and edit in this little section. So that's the way the bomb mechanism works. So later on in this video, when I say it doesn't work, it actually does. So that's the way that is supposed to work. You just take one of these little shells and drop it in this slot here, like so, and when you pull on the lever, they're going to fall out. So that definitely works. The other thing I forgot to mention real quick is, just like the original, the landing gear here on the bottom is retractable. So what you do is you just push this up, like that, and it folds away. So there's down, and there's up. So there's that. I'll get you guys back to the review, and I hope you guys watch, and sorry to have some weird editing in this one, but there it is. Now you guys have all the correct information. So I'll see you guys next week. Still new review next Thursday. Thanks guys for watching. Over here, in comparison on the original, the whole panel actually comes up. These ones on the side, they don't lift separately. This whole design comes off. And on this original one, you have another little storage container. And you have a little mini speeder glider. And then for weapons on this original one, the only weapons on the whole ship are actually hidden. So what you do is you grab this, there's a little slider right here, and you're going to pull these guns forward. So it's got kind of like hideaway guns. So, but there's that on this one. Come back to that here in a second. And then here in the back, you have this another nice rotational turret. Not 360 degrees, but really close. Also flick fire missiles. More stickers right here on these 3 engines, as well as here. But it's pretty nice design. Pretty much the exact same engine design as the Cruiser Not a whole lot of difference there. Also very thin design on the bottom, as you can see. And then here you have another little, basically it's a rear gunner seat, I would assume. Again, not a whole lot of room, so you kind of have to center whoever's going to be back here kind of in that frame. But there is controls this time. There's a little sticker right there. So, very, very cool. On the original, there's nothing back here that opens, but there is a little control here. You see that yellow piece, and what that does is it rotates the radar dish. So, definitely a new feature to have this cockpit back here. On the other side of the ship, we have another little storage spot. We have our Yoda figure. Nothing new about him. Typical Clone Wars Yoda. And then we have Koth, one of the members of the Jedi Council. Pretty nice little figure, nice head mold, as well as plastic. It's kind of like a plastic rubber. It's really weird. It's kind of in between, because it's movable, but it's a much harder plastic. But it's a nice design. It works a lot better than some of the other Jedi alien headpieces. So, nice design. Two more green lightsabers that store right there, as well as a little computer screen and this little mini hologram of Chancellor Palpatine. So you have a little like conference room to make Jedi video phone calls or whatever you want to call it. And then on the cruiser, originally, you have this really nice green R2 unit, as well as a Republic pilot and his little computer, and then same turret design as the other side, and you can see how that works. Basically, it just pushes the door open. So that's kind of it for this one. As far as features, not as many features, but still some nice features. And then finally, the last feature, so you have this little pin right here, and you're going to pull that out, and it drops out the escape pod, which has little engines on it, and more stickers. That's what those red accents are. If you open this up, like so, you see our last minifigure. We have Commander Wolf. Let me get him all straightened out here. I had him kind of sitting weird. But you have Commander Wolf. There we go. And he's got a different design on his helmet. Kind of more of an alien, I guess you could say an alien wolf design. Not really sure what they're going for. Same printed legs. This is pretty cool though. Different clone face for once. He's got that damaged eye, which is pretty cool. I think that's the first time I've ever noticed that the clone has a different face than normal. I think Commander Rex does, but I don't have a Commander Rex. And then also, you have spots for 2 blasters and 3 minifigures if you lift up this third little seat. That's why I put the leg armor as well as the little jetpack. So I just put. Sorry about that. I actually got a phone call, and I'm using my phone to film the video, so it instantly cut out in the middle of me filming. But basically, you have 3 spots for minifigures in this little pod, and I just put the accessories under here because they stay trapped into that piece, and then they don't rattle around. So very, very nice. I really like this escape pod design. On this original one, it's basically the same idea, only it's a little trickier to get to. You have this pin that you're going to push on, and basically the same principle. It just makes the the rails drop out. This one does not have engines on it, even though it's supposed to be an escape pod. 2 seats instead of 3, but you have your 2 Jedi. You have Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. And you can see here now the difference in lightsaber colors is pretty profound. The older one is much more neon green, and the newer one is a much darker true green. You could almost say the old one is yellow compared to it. So I'm actually really happy they did that. So there is that. There we go. Also, this one is much more of a pain. This escape pod is much more annoying to get back in place, because you basically have to extend the front of the ship and then line it up. It's very annoying. I don't think I could do it with one hand. But all in all, this original cruiser, it's about 890 pieces, I believe, and originally $100. And this one is 120 and 1,020 pieces. So this one is, they're both slightly not great for value. This one originally was a limited edition collector's set, so that's why it was a little more expensive. This one, I think they're just going off the fact that all Legos are expensive now. But it's not horrible value for money. Like I said, I got it for Cyber Monday, so it was only about $60. So obviously that is a huge, huge, huge deal. Great sale. But normally it's good enough value for money at these days. A lot of stickers, but it's easy to build. Really fun to play with. There's a lot of functionality here. There's a lot to fiddle with. Easy to build, sturdy. I think the only thing that's going to pop off are these kind of little accessories. I think the only thing that's bad about this set is this little bomb dropping thing that doesn't seem to work at all. A good array of minifigures, 2 clones that are special, 3 Jedi, new lightsabers, 2 of the Jedi which are new and I believe exclusive. So it's a really great set. I really like it. It's kind of one of those rare cases nowadays where the original set is great and then the newer version is even better. Not a whole lot of other sets are like that. So it's pretty cool to have that. Overall, it's a really great set. I really recommend getting it. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. The original one is one of my favorites, just because of the design. So, good improvement. Better than the original one, I'm not so sure, just because the original one has a lot of sentimental value to me. But very good. Very good set. Republic Frigate. I really like it. So, recommend you go out and get this. It just came out in August, so you probably have almost, I'd say, a full year to get this set before you would have to worry about it going away. So, very good set. Definitely recommend getting it. Next week, brand new review on a brand new set. You'll have to wait till next week to see what it is, but I definitely will have a new review next week on a good set. So, other channel, I announced in my last video, I'm starting a new channel on Xbox game kind of reviews, tips and tricks, secrets, stuff like that. That channel is called Tane Media Reviews. You can see a link to it on my channel, on this channel. I am still waiting on some very important pieces to arrive. I'm basically waiting for the digital HD recorder box to arrive. Obviously, I can't make videos if I don't have the thing that's going to help me record them. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. Basically, it's out of my hands at this point, waiting for the company to make the product available and ship it to me. So whenever they decide to do that, I can start making videos on that channel. Until then, it's just kind of going to sit there for a while. There's nothing I can really do in the meantime. So that's still obviously going to happen for sure. Just waiting for a lot of stuff to arrive so I can start doing it. So there is that for you guys. Republic Frigate. The review for the Republic Cruiser in full It was my second video ever, so if you scroll all the way down through my videos, it'll be in there. You can see a full review on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. New video next week, next Thursday, on a brand new set. You'll have to tune in to see what it is, but Republic Frigate, good set, definitely worth getting. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next week.